All right. So today we're breaking down Andover, Kansas. We're using the maps. You can actually see how the city is laid out. If you're thinking about moving to Andover in 2025, yes, there's still time, or you're getting that head start on 2026. This video is going to give you that full picture before you make that move. Whether you're local, you're looking to relocate, we got you covered. It all starts here. We're hopping into it right now. So, Andover proper, just east of Wichita. This is going to be the only suburb that is not part of Sedgwick County. This is going to be Butler County. And this eastern corridor is fed primarily from 400 here. This is Kellogg, US 54. It's got several different names. Now, let's mark up the map. Like I said, heading east, heading west is going to be Kellogg. Well, let me try that again. That is, a little too much caffeine today. Is Kellogg. That'll be west into Wichita, east into Augusta. Heading north, heading south, Andover Road. I know it's original. And that'll take you all the way up to 254. This will be just west of Benton. And from here, you got some other options if you're wanting to get around. If you need to head into Wichita, this is going to be more so from 400 is going to be a little more southern bound. K15 if you're working at Spirit, Derby, Hayesville, further south, Wellington, all the way into Oklahoma. You can take it kind of northeast into Emporia, heading into Topeka, and so on and so forth. So that'll be right there. It all gets a little jumbled up. So from there, there's still going to be some more options. If you got your questions, guys, drop them down below. 96 here. It kind of loops. And you'll have access, as you see here, to some of the shopping amenities, to the airport, and this will give you access to 135, 235, 254, 96 if you're heading west, say you want to go to Mays or you want to go beyond. You got options. If you're the type you don't mind taking the scenic route, you don't want the hustle, you don't want the bustle, you got options there too. It's still going to be busy because you are close to all of the amenities, all of those East Wichita amenities, but not nearly as bad as, say, Kellogg. Central here. This will take Central to Greenwich. Say you're going to go work over at Beach. You want to head over to Greenwich, whatever. You got options there. 13th here. This will be another one. Kind of in the middle. And at the northern edge of Andover is 21st. So 13th and 21st more so than Central. Central's being closer to Greenwich. Yeah, you're going to have some shopping amenities. Walmart's down that way. But the bulk of those amenities out east, more so northeast, 13th, 21st. So there's really no wrong way of going. If I'm not taking the major routes and let's say I'm wanting to do this, I'd probably take 13th or I'd take 21st personally. So you got some options here. Kind of take a second. We're throwing quite a bit at you. Let it sink in. And like I said, if you got any questions, make sure drop them down below. That's what we're doing here. This is what this is all about. clean this up real quick, and we'll dive in. So, smack dab in the middle, Kellogg and Andover Road. This is going to be where the bulk of the action is. Kind of zooming in just south of Kellogg. Got a number of different options. We've got some chain restaurants, there's fast food, there's some sit-down options. We zoom in just a little bit further west of Andover Road. We have Wesley, Andover ER, Andover Drug. So we got some options there. Just south, the Driver's License Bureau, tire shop. We got some more amenities, Thai restaurant, Scooter's Coffee. This is going to be Dillon's Marketplace. This is Kroger, folks. Think of this similar to a Walmart Supercenter. Great clips, some fast food, some sit-down options, credit union, some apartments over here, some other options. We got the Y over there. Prairie Creek Elementary being another one of those options. Now, one thing that is kind of nice, they're not all bunched in together. You're going to have your clusters, and that's okay. And if I recall, I wanted to say that Butler County's culinary school was south of Kellogg, but that's okay. We're giving you an idea. Now, if you've been following, we did our previous video on Andover. This was a little bit longer of a video showing you some of the newer stuff within the last, I'd say, year and a half, maybe, was the heritage over here. So one thing that was really kind of cool and unique about this area in particular was how similar it was to spots in, say, Kansas City. And this is the only spot so far, as we're kind of doing this, that they have something like this. So we have lofts on top. They've got the parking garage, and that pool, as you see here, is on top of the building. And we have businesses on the bottom, as you see, Livingston's Cafe over here. I've tried 2 or 3 different times to go here, and it's always busy. I don't feel like waiting 30 minutes. So we'll try it again. The social tap. The last time we were out there, it still didn't look like it was quite open. So another thing we'll have to try again. I might just check in with JJ Weir, my lender. He lives out in Andover. As you see here, still kind of building this out, and I think I want to say right over in this area here, they were, I want to say, Quick Trip gas station. Don't quote me on that. We got a Dutch Bros, another coffee option, and you're seeing courtyards at the Heritage, skylofts at the Heritage. So more housing options and newer housing development. This little sliver here, I want to say, is supposed to be like a senior living center or like a rehabilitation. I'm leaning more towards the senior living center. Andover Crossing, they're really ramping up the apartments in the area as well. So it's not all buying. You've got some rental options as well. And just north of that, this is what really kind of makes everything convenient. They're building everything out. You see Yorktown Road here. You see Shea Road here. This puts you straight next to a big cluster of the schools. Sunflower Elementary here, and Andover Central Middle School and Andover Central High School. So all of that being in this area. They've got their football stadium, baseball, what have you. The Andover Central Park, I've shot plenty of videos over here at the park. Real nice place. They got a nice little amphitheater here. I want to say the last time we were over this way, they had some events they were going to hold. They do a lot of concerts and stuff like that. I want to say it was like Jen Blossoms and some other 90s band there. So, you know, not too shabby. You got some options. Now, and we got little pocket neighborhoods. These are going to be some older homes. I think the last time I looked in this little pocket in particular was like 70s, 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Don't quote me on that though. And there's a little bit for everybody. Crescent Lakes here, pretty nice little neighborhood. We just helped a couple move here. They wanted to be close to the schools. They wanted to be close to the parks. So, I mean, everybody's story is different. It's got to make sense for you. Then we kind of have the middle, I will call it the middle corridor of Andover. You're going to find more businesses. There's still homes in there to the west and the east of Andover Road heading north. Kind of zooming in, you have those amenities, your post office. They've got their little strip mall type areas with various services, nail services, haircut places, O'Reilly's, more of those fast food chains, Pizza Hut. You got your Subway, some car washes, KFC, car rentals, Sonic. And then zooming on out, some more options. Kind of zoom back in. Boone Pickens, Hot Berries and Crepes. Spalding's is a nice little dive bar. You want to go play pool or something. We'll zoom back on out. And some more options kind of along Central, kind of like we were talking about. And you can take Central, like I said, into Wichita. If you're a fan of golf, you got a handful of options too. Just past Central, over on County Road here, Teradyne Country Club. Got some solid options there. There's communities kind of dedicated along there as well, kind of as you see. I've seen some similar options down in Derby, and I still can't wrap my head around driving down the street and golf carts on the street. I don't know. It's different. And if you're looking for something just a little bit further out, larger lots, yeah, there's options. There's options. There's a little bit for everybody. It just depends on you and what works for you. Coming on back, and we're moving further north, kind of to that northern edge of Andover. More housing. One of the nice things is a lot of those amenities that you're needing, those services, even the kind of once in a while services being there. You want to get your driver's license, tags, all that stuff. They've got those options there. A lot of the medical being covered as well. They've got their little business district along 13th here for NATO Air. They make fans. We've got a Sherman-Williams manufacturing plant. This isn't the store. This is the actual plant that makes the paint. A lot of paint that they make was put on like bridges, on subs, on tanks, all that kind of stuff. And then we have one of Butler County Community College's locations right here, right across the street. Further east along 13th here, we've got 13th Street Park. Got their little splash park. That previous video, we kind of showed off the park and kind of what they're doing over there. But, I mean, yeah, you want to be a little bit further away from the action. You got those options there too, as you kind of see. A little bit for everybody. Now we've got another kind of cluster just north of 13th. Pull up here. We got Cottonwood Elementary right there. Andover Middle and Andover High School. So, yes, they've got their football stadium. Can't forget the baseball track. So, I mean, if schools are important, certainly an option. While we're getting into that, let me clean this up real quick. Obviously, we can't steer you towards, we can't steer you away, but we can definitely give you those tools so you can make that decision yourself. But move on up. Kansas Medical Center, what have you. 21st, I mean, it still kind of creeps up a little bit further. But, I mean, for the most part, at least at the moment, that's going to be the bulk of it. Now, let me show you. Like I said, we can't steer you towards, can't steer you away, but I can most definitely give you the tools to make that informed decision. Let me go here real quick and hop on over here. So these are the tools we give our clients because we want you informed, we want you empowered. And besides, you got to do that independent research. You can't be listening to somebody off the internet, myself included, 100%, because only you are going to know if it works for you and your situation. So first and foremost, niche.com. I'll always say, according to niche.com, their reviews, get in there, check them out. They're based on students, the students' parents, and teachers. These reviews are all kind of brought together. So you kind of have a third party review on all of this. They kick out a yearly list. The list is here, as you see. And get in there, check it out. And if you need more, another tool, greatschools.com being another one of those solid options. Get in there, check it out. We kind of going into schools. That's going to be one of the number one things. Crime, is this a safe area? What's it, LexisNexis Community Crime Map, just like the last two tools. This tool here is nationwide. You can go in here, check the map out, zoom on in, zoom on out, zoom on in, and get in there, check it out. If you've got a particular city in mind or an address, coordinates, it'll take you straight there. Obviously, they're not going to give you the nitty gritty, people's names, stuff like that, the fine details, but they'll give you the information that you're looking for. And before you start judging, check your own backyard. You know what I'm saying? On to the next, we'll show you KanDrive. If you don't have boots to the ground, if you don't have wheels to the ground, this is going to be another solid option for you. So get in here, check this out. We'll show you kind of default. So what this is showing you, any incidents, any construction, if there's any planned construction, how's the traffic speeds looking? Obviously, green means go. Green's good. Yellow and then red. Kind of showing you. Any overload sides, weather stations, any alerts. We'll hit all that off for the moment. But you see, this is giving you that idea. See, hey, we got I-135 in both directions, major road construction. We got a southbound 135 crash. Giving you that idea, well, that looks major. Detour. So we'll hit this off here, and the legend's right here. Just get in there and use it. Now, zoom on in. Let's clean that up. I don't like that. All right. So you want to take a look. Let's say you want to look at the electronic signs. You'll be able to see that. We're seeing no current message on a lot of those. Okay, we'll click that off. Click the cameras. You can kind of hover over it. And if something's going on, it'll give you an idea. It looks like she's thinking. It's thinking. We'll just click on it. Nope. That one. Click on this one. So this one was updated 5 minutes ago. So this is Kellogg at Andover. This is going to be to the west. Looks like it's going through there. And you'll see plenty of different ones. You want to get an idea, maybe beyond that. We'll show you up here. This is from the Turnpike. As you see, it's kind of starting to get a little dark. But you can look along Kellogg. This is Greenwich. As you see here, we got a couple car lots. There's Walmart over there. And this isn't too far from Andover. So now, that's why you guys need to be reaching out. You need to be letting us know. A lot of other people don't know about these tools. We're giving you these tools. We're showing you why we are your number one resource for relocation to Wichita and the surrounding areas. It don't get much better than that. You are accessing the camera feed. And that's all around Wichita. You want to zoom on out. Wherever those cameras are, up there in Park City, down in Derby. Yeah, these are great tools. Like I said, we share these with our clients. Yet again, hey guys, if you got any questions, drop them down below. Like I said, we're giving you tools if education's important, if crime is important, if you want to get a better idea and you're not here, or you're not here in person. All solid tools. But see, let's see if we can kind of show off 96 in Greenwich. No. About here, this is, that is grainy. And that is KanDrive. We'll make sure and toss these down below in the description so you guys can do that research. Like I said, no one's going to know better than you what works for you in your situation. So don't rely 100% off the internet. Like I said, myself included. Now let's hop back over to the map. All right. So the good thing about Andover in particular, though, pretty easy to get around. It's not all that big. It's certainly coming into its own. And there's a little bit for everybody. If you're looking for something a little bit newer, this is going to be, I hate using the word luxury. It's going to be on the higher end. Or maybe you're looking for something, hey, I just need something, close to the schools, close to, everybody's situation's different. What's yours look like? We've got family over here working at Sherman-Williams, man. Just Sherman-Williams. I've taken classes over here at Butler, right here on 13th, and we took classes over for Butler over at Andover High School. So, like I said, you got this cluster here for the Andover schools, and then you got that cluster over by Andover Central for the Central School, Andover Middle Central, and the high school. So you've got a number of different medical options as well. They're coming into their own. What is lacking, like I said, you are at that corridor and all of those options. Let me zoom on out for all of that East Wichita shopping. Whether it's Walmart, you need to go to Lowe's. There's only one Costco in Wichita. It's over at Kellogg and Webb. Some of the major employers in the area, Beach, Hawker, those companies under that Textron banner, to some of the other entertainment amenities, like I said. And good Lord, there's no shortage of car lots up and down here. You want to get into your luxury, Acura, BMW, Land Rover, Lexus, Audi, and then some of those other amenities. Regal Warren, you want to go catch a movie. Chicken and Pickle, and some of these other kind of fast food restaurants, some sit down options. And that's right off of 96. If you want to take 96, you've got access via 13th. And now we're up to 21st and Greenwich. You got some more options. You got the Regency Lake Shopping Center over here. You've got a Target, Hobby Lobby, Bass Pro Shop. Kind of moving on back to Greenwich. A number of different restaurants. Oak & Pie, Meddy's is a franchise around here. Slim Chickens, Chili's, and some other kind of odds and ends. Liquor cabinet, get your nails done, some cell phone providers. And that's going to be right off of 96 as well. Kind of got a pocket here. Academy Sports, Crumble, little strip mall. Texas Roadhouse, we'll zoom on back. And this is going to be one of the newer additions. This is Northeast Wichita, Greenwich Place Shopping Center. So kind of zooming on in, some more different services. You want to grab some wine, the World Market, Ulta Beauty, DSW Designer, Five Below, Michaels. Zoom on in, Home Goods, Maurice's. So kind of Ross Dress for Less. World Market, we'll kind of zoom on out. You got a number of different places. Blaze Pizza's got a real nice setup there too. Freezing Moves, pretty cool. Marshall, Skechers. They're kind of building that out. Zoom on in. Top Golf. I mean, there's more apartments, more living communities as well. So, I mean, you're close to all the action. And that Advanced Medical I was telling you about, kind of situated in Northeast Wichita. Kind of zoom on in. That Pediatric Associates on over here. Dialysis Center. We'll kind of move on up. Some more other kind of specialty services. That's not it. Dental implants, endocrine center, Heartland Dermatology. I mean, they're kind of nestled along 96 here. And further up Webb as well, Kansas Spine Specialty, the Neuroscience Center. Come on now. Heartland Cardiology, Epic Heart Surgery Center. So we're just kind of skimming it here. You know, you got access if you want to take 96, if you want to take 13th, if you want to take 21st, you got options there. Now, North Rock 14, I mean, there's going to be more kind of back off this way as well. This is kind of more of a industrial park, some various businesses, what have you. So, I mean, what is lacking? I mean, the Sam's Club, Kohl's, all that good stuff. This is a little bit further out. Kind of closer. Once we kind of get past 96 and Rock, a little bit closer to Bel Air, but I mean, it's not unreasonably far away if you're coming from a Dallas, if you're coming from a Denver, a Phoenix, what have you. I mean, it's not too bad. It's a solid option. At the end of the day, it's got to make sense for you. We've kind of given you an idea how to get around, whether you want to hop on 400, you want to hop on the Turnpike 96, you want to take the back roads. When I'm heading out to Andover and I got time, I'll take Andover Road. I don't mind. You got other options with Central at 13th, with 21st. And like I said, there's a little bit for everybody. You know, we've been in several different age range of homes out here when we're doing our showings, 50s, 60s, and even older than that kind of sprinkled in to our 70s and 80s, the 90s. Those your typical older style ranch on a slab to the ranch with the basement, your split levels, your 2 stories. I mean, a little bit for everybody. Duplexes, townhomes. I mean, you want to live on the around the golf course, you can do that too. If you're looking for, say, a like 80s, 90s kind of ranch or something along those lines. I want to say over here it's called Green Acre Valleys. We did a neighborhood tour. I want to say it's in my Andover playlist. Go in there and check that out. And of course, Crescent Lakes over here. We just helped a couple relocate out here from New York. Like I said, they wanted to be close to the schools. They wanted to be close to the parks. Everybody's got a story. What's yours? Let me know if you got any questions. Drop them down below. We're getting into this. We're doing this. I really, honestly, prefer doing this live. I feel it's a little more personal. Drop your questions down below. And it also helps with JJ, one of our lenders, living out here. We'll meet out here with him at Spalding's and some of these other places from time to time. But yeah, I mean, solid options. You want to be closer to the action, closer to 400. You've got options just north and south. You want to be a little kind of tucked back, a little bit more space. You've got those options as well. Everybody's story is different. You got to let us know what your story is. We got a couple right now we're talking with. We do relocation. We do locals as well. Kind of looking for something on some acreage in between 96 here, in between 96 East and Augusta. So it's got to make sense at the end of the day. But this is what we're doing. You guys let me know. Do you prefer them live? Do you prefer them as VODs? Let me know down below, like all that good stuff. I'm enjoying this. A little more raw, a little more real. But overall, solid option, according to niche.com. In that top tier of schools, go in there, check the list out. That 2026 list is live. We might do a video on niche.com in particular in the next one. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know if that might be helpful. Kind of break down what exactly you should be looking at, other than, hey, this one's good, but I think that would be viable. That would be a good option, kind of let you know. And if you want to drive a little further out, this is technically Wichita, but Sierra Hills is another golf club. Now, but that kind of gives you an idea. They've also got their own little podcast going on that their Chamber of Commerce does. I'll find that link and I'll drop that link below, in the description after we're done here. But there's most of the basic amenities are there. They've got their own police station, their own post office, what have you. They've got their own, your healthcare, your police force is all there. Your medical stuff's there, and there's some options. Some of this stuff being newer, like I said, it kind of gave me a little bit of a KC vibe with the lofts up top, the businesses at the bottom. So I'm really interested to kind of see how this kind of area down here, kind of north and south of Kellogg, just east of Andover Road, really kind of develops, because a lot of this stuff over here is newer. And we kind of showed off a little bit of this in that longer Andover video we shot not too long ago. So I think it's going to expand out. They're going to probably slam some more businesses in there. I thought I had heard rumblings, like I said, of getting a Quick Trip over there. Quick Trip over there. They've got a Dutch Bros, like coffee options, right? But kind of zooming on out, you've got these pockets in there. Some of these spots being a little bit older, your late 70s, kind of into the 80s, what have you. If you're wanting to be kind of further away. I mean, a lot of the folks I'm talking to are kind of coming from like the coast and whatnot. So, I mean, none of this is really too terribly unreasonable for most people I talk with. You tell them, hey, this is going to be maybe 20 minutes away, 25 minutes. It's nothing. It is nothing. Now, we've kind of touched on some of the schools, whatnot. But like I said, your elementary, your middle, your high school, they've got their community college in the area. They've got their culinary location as well. So you got that there. You're not too terribly far from WSU. You want to just hop on up to 21st here. And Rock, Oliver, and that's WSU. Not too terribly far. We've got some medical north and over by Kellogg. So you got some options school-wise. We've got some restaurants in there. They're really trying to work on getting some sit-down options in there. I mean, if you've done one fast food chain restaurant, you've done most of them, you know what I mean? And as we're kind of diving in, you got more apartment options if that's what you're needing. Senior center. I've been meaning to check out Bob and Luigi's Pizzeria. I'll have to ask JJ if that place is any good. I've heard good things about it. Well, gang, let me know down below. You got any questions? Is there anything else we'd like to touch on about Andover? Kind of got my cliff notes here, and I think we pretty well hammered everything. There's a nice little, like I said, mix of different home styles, different age ranges as well. We've touched on the tools, the schools. Don't forget, grab those tools. You don't got to sign up for any of those. Niche.com, greatschools.com, and LexisNexis Community Crime Map. Those are all nationwide. So worst case scenario, you decide on checking somewhere else, you can use those tools elsewhere as well. KanDrive, to my knowledge, is just Kansas. I'm sure there's a variation of it for other areas, but those are all great tools. I can't stress it enough. You gotta do the research. At the end of the day, you're not buying a TV. You're not buying, a computer. This is the largest purchase for most of us ever make. I don't take that lightly, and neither should you. That's why I need you to do the homework, do the research, check it out. If you're needing an additional tool, bottom left, you'll see a QR code. It should also be in the comments down below. I'll make sure it's in the description. Is my home buyer's rough draft. This will help you set the foundation, figuring out what the motivating factor is. This is the why. Establishing that rough idea of budget, of time frame. And listen, you don't got to be ready right now. It's all subject to change, and that's all right. It's also outlining with the homebuyer's rough draft that we've added in recently, giving you that generalized overview of the process. Whether this is your first time or maybe it's just been a little while, it's there. Things to look forward to, kind of next steps. I've got a worksheet in there. Fill that baby out. These are the questions I'm going to ask when you reach out, whether it's on the phone, it's face to face, or we're doing it virtually. Those are the questions. Pro tip, fill that baby out, send it to me in advance. So when it comes time to do that consult, we glaze through, make sure there's no fine details I'm needing on my end. We jump straight into addressing your concerns, answering your questions, setting you ahead of the curve. And kind of those next steps, those other considerations that we need to make sure you're aware of. It more than just your down payment, the closing cost, kind of what other items that you're going to be out of pocket for once you go under contract, and like your earnest money, your inspections, your appraisal, all of that. So we know you know of it. It's not a surprise. You can budget for it accordingly as well. We don't assume in this. We want to make sure you have all of the necessary information, the necessary tools to make that informed decision. And this is the difference. This is why we are your go-to relocation specialist for Wichita and the surrounding areas, guys. Next level, yes, we got level 2. Bottom right, you'll see my Wichita home blueprint. This is my online community. We do weekly lives. We've got courses breaking down the humble beginnings, getting you started, the financing. Where else are you going to see your potential lender fill out their own mortgage application? We want to make this as painfully obvious as possible. We don't assume here. His business partner going through the do's, the don'ts of financing while trying to qualify and close on your next home. Don't quit your day job. Don't No big deposits or withdrawals. Please don't, apply for any new credit cards, loans, what have you. Please don't co-sign for loans. Breaking down cost sheets, breaking down settlement statements, sitting down with a home inspector, talking the inspection period, what those next 30 days should look like after you close on the home. Because with us, it doesn't end at the closing table. We want you for life. This also, we're our VIP client program. Just the little cherry on top, getting access to my local network of business pros. And it's not just real estate. And listen, this is self-sponsored. This isn't pay to play. They come in on their merit. You need a lender, a home inspector, an electrician, someone to look at the roof. It's all there. And we can even sprinkle a little more on top. National companies through this program that we pay for, that they partner with. You get discounts on things like car rentals, hotel rooms. Hey, you want to come down or come up, depending on where you're at, you can get discounts on that stuff, movie tickets, all that stuff. This is how we're doing it, gang. This has been a work in progress for a little while now, and it's living, breathing thing. This is how we're elevating the experience, the real estate experience in Wichita and the surrounding areas. But let me know, please, please, please drop those questions down below. Let me know. If you don't want to drop them down below, my contact information is also down below. Feel free to call, text, email, DM, however you need to reach out. Morning, noon, early evening, guys, please. Weekends, we got your back when relocating to Wichita and the surrounding areas. We'll give you just a moment. Let me wet my whistle, please. That is Andover in a nutshell, though. Solid option. I don't really feel like you can really go wrong with any of these suburbs, just honestly. It's just, what's your situation? What's important to you? This area might work, it might not. And that's why we're throwing all the additional tools. We're throwing the websites so you can do that research. We've got a playlist on Andover. We've got a playlist on all of the other suburbs as well. If you want to see more of these, make sure like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Share this. Maybe you know someone who needs to see this. You let me know you like these, you want to keep coming back. I would be more than happy to keep doing them. You guys are the lifeblood of the channel. We can't do it without you. But anyways, I have yammered on long enough, guys. You want to continue that learning journey, hit this video coming up. If you haven't subbed yet, hit my little logo. We'll catch you all back here, guys. Thanks for keeping me company on this Tuesday evening. Seriously though, let me know if you guys want to see more of this. I'm loving this. You gotta interact with me though. You gotta let me know. Anyways, catch you back here in the next one.